Previously on the physics department.
It's not like get kids away from their girlfriend, really. You know, the last time we went on a date was in high school. And what, that was 4 universities ago?
Toby, I'm working on a presentation. I was hoping that you could lay your expert eyes on it.
CJ, we need to talk.
Wow, I really need to write that paper. Kelly, you're here to talk about grades. Class doesn't start till tomorrow.
I'm actually here to talk about research.
I look forward to working with you.
The university is accepting nominations for the Christensen Scholarship. Do any of you have a student you think might be qualified?
I think I have a student, Kelly Cortis.
So applying our state psi on the effective Hamiltonian gets an expected energy of...
Okay, that's very good. Though, if our external magnetic field is strong enough to interfere with our nitrogen vacancy spin and orbit coupling, we should be using the strong Zeeman effect and not the weak field one.
Oh, shoot, that's so embarrassing.
I'll be embarrassed. If physics were easy, it would take 10 years of college to get a PhD. Else we'd be born with doctor our name and a published thesis in our crib.
That'd be so cool if they made theses for babies. Instead of reading kids' Goodnight Moon, you'd be reading kids' Goodbye Galaxies accelerating away from you.
Don't think the market's quite large enough for babies' false thesis.
It is if you market it right. Imagine having cute little hats or a galaxy plushie.
Look, speaking of PhDs, have you thought about grad school yet?
Grad school?
You're all thinking of going, right?
Well, yeah, it's just that's not for a couple of years.
It's your future, you should prepare for it.
I don't know, I kind of like to live in the moment.
Says the student who always reads books about the future. You're brilliant. We need to get you into schools like Yale, UC Boulder, Caltech. Those are the places you belong.
Couldn't I just stay here? Those places are so far away.
It can be scary moving to a town where you don't know anyone, but it can also be a great adventure. Oakview will always be here for you when you need us, but we don't have the minds and the facilities larger universities have. Parallel computing here is limited by the cores I purchased myself. But at larger schools, they have rooms dedicated to housing millions of cores.
What do you mean by we?
Well, Dr. Bartlett, CJ, Dr. Salmons, Dr. O'Connor, the whole department.
You professors talk about me?
Well, we talk about all of our students. But this is why we agreed to name you our Christian Scholar nominee. I know you've been working 3 jobs to pay for your tuition, but if you win the scholarship, you won't need a tutor, dishwasher, or shelf library books ever again.
But I like tutoring.
I'm not saying you can't, I'm just saying you won't have to if you don't want to. You have a very bright future ahead of you, and the physics department is here to help you get there. You ready to discover the future?
I'm not a quantum physicist.
Well, you gotta give him credit. No longer says quantum leap.
Changing the insulting title, physicist Toby O'Connor makes a quantum leap in understanding turbulent vortices, to the incorrect title, quantum physicist Toby O'Connor makes a leap in understanding turbulent vortices, was quite the Herculean achievement.
Let's just meet marketing halfway here on this one. If you go complaining though, we'll just publish an article misquoting you saying quantum physics isn't physics. I'll just be begging the quantum metaphysicists to come knocking on your door and share their crackpot theories.
You'd like that.
Still have to forgive me for sending Super and Beauty your way. You gotta admit, that was pretty funny.
She gave me an hour-long presentation about aliens invading the planet.
You couldn't have just asked her to leave?
That would have been rude.
That would have been rude.
There's no reason to be needlessly rude to people.
So, if I was to ask you to leave my office so I could get some work done, that would be rude.
could be interpreted as such if, for instance, I thought you didn't have any actual work to work on, and instead we're making that up.
Toby, I legitimately have to drive to the Children's Museum in 20 minutes. In that time, I have to gather my volunteers, pack up this box, go to the physics office for my flyers, and then respond to a slew of emails before they turn a day old. Does any of that sound made up to you?
It depends on if you actually have to go to the Children's Museum.
It's Physics Day at the Children's Museum.
Assuming you're telling the truth, that's not rude. I'll be on my way after review a paper written by an idiot.
Calling the author an idiot isn't needlessly rude.
It's only rude if it hurts their feelings. And since they're not here to hear me call them an idiot, there are no hurt feelings.
Go review your paper.
After handing back graded labs this week, I want you guys to start deducting a half point for incorrect or missing units.
Wait, you want us to give labs back this week? I need to do like 50 tonight.
Well, yeah, what were you going to do? Let them pile up for 10 weeks and then do them all in one go?
No, but it's still a lot to do in one night.
You didn't have 30 minutes a night you were reading or studying or socializing or gaming that you could have done it instead? How did you feel when you had a TA that never gave you your labs back?
Well, I hated his living guts.
You want your students to love your guts. Strive to be the TA you wish you had. Grades on time? Good. Grades not on time? They want to fry your guts on a kebab.
Okay.
Besides, I can always fire you if you don't. That goes for all of you. You're the face of this department while you're teaching. Make it a good one.
Dr. Young, have you got a minute?
Yeah, we're just wrapping up in here. All right, I'm going to leave the equipment out if you want to go over the lab one more time.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
Preparing to fire the undergrads already, are we? You know, I find that carrot cakes work better than meter sticks.
They need to know where the line is.
Well, let's just not have a repeat of the lab incident from the fall of 17. I've got a list of candidates here I'd like to have you invite for upcoming colloquia. I'm considering some of them for faculty positions, and I'd kind of like to see what they're like before they're in a position for a job.
Theodore McNeil, the condensed matter physicist? That's Will's job. I thought we were only considering dark matter and astrophysics.
That was my goal. However, there are higher powers at play. Don't mention this to anybody. I'd like to make sure the faculty don't treat them any differently.
I'll invite them all today.
Okay, prove it.
Oh, Dr. Bartlett.
CJ, off to the Children's Museum.
Hi, sir.
Do you have time for lunch one day soon?
I think 6 days after Doomsday I'll be free.
Doomsday
Mm-hmm.
plus 6. Okay, I can do that. Good luck at the museum.
Thank you.
Oh, Miss Curtis.
Dr. Bartlett.
Hi, how do you do?
I'm fine, I think. How do you think you are?
Oh, I could use an oil change, but let me give you some advice. Getting old is not good for your health.
Well, not that I don't plan on getting old. It's just not something that I know. I know it's going to happen. I don't plan on it. I know this in the future, and the future is the future. I'm not ancient like you. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Dr. Bailey tells me that you submitted your candidacy for the Christensen Award.
I have.
Well, good. Congratulations. No, what are you reading there?
Oh, this is No Longer Human. It's a Japanese novel about a man who can't fit into society, so he puts on a facade but loses himself and falls into drunkenness to escape reality, and then fades away altogether.
Why don't you read something happy?
Well, life isn't happy, and reading is about life.
You're much too young to be that cynical.
Well, to write something, you have to have something to say, and to have something to say, you have to have something that makes you sad. I mean, sure, naivete might lead to individual happiness, but that doesn't make the world a better place.
Why don't you think about maybe helping yourself before you set out to make the world a better place?
I'll work on that, sir.
Okay, good. If you'll excuse me, I need to see Dr. Bailey. Dr. Bailey?
Dr. Bartlett.
Have you got a minute?
Yeah, I can finish writing this paper later. What's up?
It's about the paper. Or rather, your lack of finishing thereof.
Idiots.
No. Why would you even write that?
Suggestion for writing papers in the future. Consider highlighting the important bits and chopping the rest. No one has the time nor inclination to read such superfluous purple prose. You're not Victor Hugo. Doing so will save the reader orders of magnitude of time compared to the excessively long compendium you have composed here on a nonsensical finding derived from non-physical assumptions.
Do you recommend this paper for publication? Heck no.
I am writing a paper. I'm not making that up.
And I'm writing a romantic sci-fi western about a lonely cowgirl falling in love with a Martian alien. But it won't amount to a barrel of monkeys if it's not published.
Things come up. I teach.
Not any more than anyone else in the department.
I assist colleagues to ask me to one call discuss.
Well, if acknowledgments were citations, you'd have the longest vita of anyone in the department. You have proofread more manuscripts than any proficient editor. That's not why you're here. You haven't published anything in nearly 2 years. That's not acceptable. What am I supposed to say when the board comes to review the performance of the department and they ask, why hasn't Dr. Bailey published anything?
You can't rush science.
You can't drag your feet either. The time has come for you to start helping yourself instead of helping others and get something published. You need to get something published soon.
Great job today, guys. Dale, I loved how you probed the 9-year-old to think about electromagnetic fields by using his Thomas the Train Engine set. And Colton, I love how you facilitated the conversation today. Felt like a genuine discussion. Pure genius. However, Dale, wear your Oakview shirt next time.
You never gave me one.
Whatever. Where's Andrew?
I think he said something about checking out a dumpster before we left.
Of course he did.
I see him.
Oh, Andrew! Please tell me before you wander off again.
Sorry, it looks like a really good dumpster. I just had to check it out.
You find anything?
Yeah, this whole pack of strawberries. I mean, give these a good soak and they'll be perfect to eat. Take that, capitalism.
Please remind me to never accept food from you again.
I mean, look, it's all made up anyway, right? Like the 5-second rule, expiration dates. They were all invented by industry just to sell more products. We're meant to live on the edge. Hunt and gather, survive, right?
Right. Please wash your hands first. Back up in the van. Let's go. Dining hall is on me tonight.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
So, anyone got any plans for the evening?
I'll be grading. Probably going to be up all night doing it. I bet half the students won't even read the comments I leave them or care that I was up past midnight doing
A
it.
few of them will, and others will have the option to read them once they wise up. It's not your fault if they don't take the class seriously. But if you don't take your job seriously, then none of them will.
What's the point if nobody cares?
If you live your life for the appreciation of others, you'll wait a long time until you're satisfied. You gotta be satisfied with yourself first and foremost. A job well done is still a job well done, no matter the job.
So, Dr. J, what made you decide to become an outreacher person instead of getting a real job?
I wanted a job where I could wear a tie-dye lab coat to work.
Seriously? I could wear a tie-dye lab coat any day of the week and no one would bat an eye.
Dude, you wore a trash bag to campus once. People are just going to be happy you have on clothes.
I was making a statement, okay? Anyway, why didn't you just finish your doctorate and become a professor?
Well, I couldn't finish my PhD at NIU, so I had to leave. For a few years, I joined the Peace Corps. Then after that, I was at a crossroads. Eventually, I decided that this was the job I could do the most good with the knowledge I had.
Any regrets?
No, it'd be counterproductive. Things are the way that they are. You can't rewrite the past.
Dr. Young.
Dr. McNeil?
Does it always snow here in September?
It's not unheard of. Thanks so much for coming to give this colloquium. It's not often we have someone from all the way from New York.
Of course, I'm happy to. Quaint little college towns are so cute. You know, nothing like New York. I love visiting when I can.
So what's it like working in Columbia?
Well, it's meeting after important meeting, you know, seminars. I feel like I'm talking to donors more than a politician talks to taxpayers.
That sounds a lot like being a politician.
Yeah, except nobody voted for me.
Well, no one voted for our current governor either, and he's still there.
Yeah, see, I just don't like how mindless the work is sometimes. I'm only really getting out a paper per month.
A paper per month?
Yeah, I know, only one a month. You know, I feel like I published a lot more as a grad student, but, you know, word on the street is I might be getting a call from the Institute of Advanced Study pretty soon. So, you know, hopefully I'll be able to have all the time in the world to work on research then. You do any?
No, I'm the lab coordinator. My contract doesn't cover research.
Oh, so you're almost like one of those non-thinking politicians too, huh? And so Jay-Z and Rihanna ended up coming into the bodega as Guy Fieri was making the sandwich. It was awesome. We had a big, nice little group picture there. It was pretty cool. I'll have to show you. But, oh, you know what? Looks like I'm getting a call. Hey, babe. How's it going? Yep, I got off the train not too long ago. Nice young guy named Charlie picked me up. Yeah, it sure is nice out here. Check it out. I'm seeing this Japanese Mexican infused place here. They got a billboard that says best sushi tacos in the Midwest. Can you believe that? Yeah. I'll look at housing. Yep. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay, I will. All right, I'll call you when I'm all done, okay? All right, bye, love you.
Wife?
Yeah, we've been married about 10 years now. And she wants to move back out here to the Midwest, but I don't know. It's nice and everything to come out and visit for a seminar or something, but I just don't know if I could live out here, you know?
I suppose.
You married?
Yeah, Liz. She's a geologist at UC San Diego. She and the kids live out there.
And you make that work?
Yeah, we call every night, visit whenever there's a holiday. It's just that our careers went different places for now.
Interesting.
Yes.
Dr. Bailey to see you.
Oh, bring him in.
Yeah, also don't forget to respond to Dean Radford to confirm Kelly Curtis's nomination.
Thanks for the reminder. Dr. Bailey.
Barbato.
Please. Have you had a chance to think any more about our conversation last week?
Yes.
I hope you've done a little more than just think about it.
You could say that.
Okay, good. I would like you to be the one to escort our colloquium speaker around today, if you don't mind.
Who's today's speaker?
Dr. O'Neill from Columbia.
Dr. Theodore McNeil, the condensed matter physicist?
That's the one.
Wow. What's bringing him all the way here? Our department's so small.
A little birdie told me that he and his wife might like to consider moving out our way.
Really?
It may be a little closer than you might think.
Dr. Young and Dr. McNeil to see you.
Oh, please, show them in.
Also, I have an invoice for new dry erase markers for you to sign.
Didn't we just get a shipment a week or two ago?
They only sent pink.
What are we going to do with 200 pink dry erase markers?
I don't know. Save them for Valentine's Day.
Give them to CJ. He'll figure something out.
Dr. Bartlett?
Is that Dr. Dan, the science man?
Dad, good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
You know, Dorothy tells me that you might be thinking about moving out this way.
Yeah, in her wildest dreams.
Our department is all about making dreams into reality, Ted.
No, I thought your slogan was to discover the future.
No, you have to dream up the future first.
Touche.
This is Dr. Bailey. He will be the one showing you around today.
McNeil, it's an honor. I saw your talks at APS the past few years, and your theories and vortices in spin orbit coupled superconductors are just breathtaking.
Well, thank you, Dr. Bailey, but you don't have to be so formal. You can call me Ted, T-Bone, whatever. Just don't call me a teddy bear.
Okay, Ted T-Bone.
So, before you show me around these parts, can one of you fine gentlemen show me where the little scientist room is? I feel like a white dwarf approaching 1.44 solar masses, if you know what I mean.
I do. I can show you the way.
Awesome.
Follow me.
You saw that fist bump? That wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't just you.
Who knew? Our Dr. Barlow was secretly Dr. Dan.
The science man. Jeez.
So you see this guy's resume?
No.
He's you. Both your parents are teachers. Both went to Midwestern state schools on merit scholarships. You went to Ohio State. You went to Iowa State. Both you did your PhDs in California. You went to Stanford. You went to Berkeley. Even your theses sound the same. You did Coulomb blockades and transistors. You did modeling Coulomb repulsion and electron flows. Your backstory's like the same in two different universes.
I ended up here and he's at Columbia reformulating quantum field theory.
You seem to have fallen a bit short.
Thanks, Charlie.
Can't believe Dr. Barlow wants to hire this guy.
Wait, what? Dr. Barlow wants to hire him? That doesn't make sense.
Ooh, I wasn't supposed to say that. Don't tell anyone.
Openings are in astrophysics. Either I or Dr. Salmons will have...
Tell the astronomers there's no near supernova today. So, you gonna show me around, kid?
Yeah, sure. So this is our physics building.
Your hallways are nice.
Yeah, we really don't have much to show. We do have a couple pieces of a particle accelerator, though.
Oh.
Right over here.
Ah, particle physics. You know, I tried that once.
Yeah.
I feel like the field's going down the tubes, though. It's just all machine learning this, machine learning that. What's the point if you're not even going to do the work yourself?
I can appreciate that. It's kind of like a whole laissez-faire approach. It's why I like numerics and theory. I could do all of the calculations by hand if I had, well, lifetimes to waste.
Right, but who's got the time for that? I mean, we've got lives. Hey, have you ever been to CERN before?
No, I haven't. You?
Yeah, I have actually. I did a sabbatical there. I helped them implement the redesign of their cloud computing network. Now they've got more data than they know what to do with.
It must have been cool to have been invited out.
It was kind of a drag, honestly. I mean, if I'm going to go to an accelerator, I might as well go somewhere like Fermilab. You know, they've got bison there. But Argonne does have the better food court. I did both during undergrad.
That's cool. I had internships at Missouri State and Michigan State.
Oh, that's nice. My wife's from Missouri originally, actually. She wants to move closer to home.
Huh. How long you've been married?
10 years.
Yeah? It's a whole decade.
Yeah? Yeah, we got married the week after my qualifier.
It's been stressful.
Why? All you do is stand there and say, I do. I wanted to elope, but the whole wedding was Dorothy's idea.
It's more referring to the whole studying for a qualifier while preparing for a wedding part.
Oh, well, I mean, you only have to prepare if you don't already know the stuff. So for me, it was just a month of no schoolwork. Plenty of time for a wedding.
I got through most of grad school at only 2 hours of sleep. I can't imagine getting married, let alone dating.
Well, I mean, we did more than dating. Had 3 kids by the time of my thesis defense.
You were busy.
Yeah, you could say so.
And this is Dr. O'Connor's office.
Ah, Dr. Toby O'Connor. You know, I've been looking forward to meeting him. He's caused quite a stir in the theory community when he accepted a position in a small town like this.
He likes being kept to his own devices. Yeah. Toby, this is Dr. McNeil, though he likes being called Ted or T-Bone.
T-Bone, you like a medium rare steak?
Medium rare steak, that's good. We're gonna get along just fine, like a house on fire.
I'll be back in about a half hour to get you for lunch with the undergrads, okay?
Sounds good.
So, you need anything? Water, coffee, A1 sauce?
You're a real pistol, aren't you?
Yeah, I fire off projectiles right and left.
So, what's a theorist like you doing in a place like this anyway? I mean, I just read your latest paper on turbulent vortices, and it was a gallop in vault and understanding.
How are you going to deal with the remaining terms?
There's a singularity that dissipates them, but you'll have to wait to read my next paper that's currently being reviewed. It's taking forever.
Hate the review process. It's so tedious. Like, how long do you need to read a paper and say, yes, publish?
Yeah, I know. It's like some people can't recognize genius when they see it.
Right. And then you get one negative review and you have to write a whole page responding to their nonsense. Yes, I'll make sure to include this completely irrelevant citation that you recommend. It's probably one of your own anyway, but whatever. You know, they once compared me to a Spanish novelist, whatever that means.
Yeah, the only thing more annoying than reading reviews is being asked to review.
I know, right? Has anybody ever heard of proofreading? I mean, if you're going to completely waste my time, you might as well check your math first.
These idiots out there, they can't even drive a simple harmonic oscillator without forgetting X and P don't commute.
Kindergarten math. I mean, it's over a century old. Learn it.
Yeah, I had to tell this one guy trying to model superstrings as a viscous fluid in Kastner spacetime that it's just utter nonsense. Encoding it in superfluous flows will not distract from the matter.
You're reviewer number 3.
You wrote the paper on non-physical superstring coupling.
It's virtual coupling, and it's a completely physical result.
Go to a lab and show me that superstrings exist in nature, let alone that they couple.
I don't need a lab. It's there in the math.
I'll grant you the superstrings, but your integration method is still flawed. You can't just ad hocly go, this component has been in the y-axis all along, and integrate around the problem.
Have you ever taken complex analysis? It's simple Cauchy-Riemann application.
Cauchy-Riemann my foot.
I'm going to Cauchy-Riemann all over your board.
You can't just erase my board.
I just did.
And it's French.
What?
Victor Hugo is a French novelist, not Spanish. Les Miserables, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Man Who Laughs. None of this ring any bells? Long, drawn-out prose that lasts forever, like your paper being a colossal waste of my time?
I'm going to go through the math step by step and show you why you're wrong.
Go ahead. I've always wanted to see a stand-up comedian perform in my office.
After I'm done, I'm going to email your wrong face to the editors. You retract your review.
Hey.
Hey, Will. What's up?
Nothing. Just needed some mail.
Sounds like something. Everything okay?
Yeah. I just needed a break.
Okay. Wanna pop some balloons?
What are these?
They're suns. The kids were making scale models of the solar system.
So you're just destroying weather solar systems.
Oh, yeah. That's how I get my kicks.
Must be nice being you. Just play all day. No need to worry about things like publishing.
It's not all fun and games. There's a lot of things that could go wrong. Being with children is a very serious business.
Nothing ever seems to go wrong for you.
You'd be surprised. A lot of things can go wrong. I'm just always on my feet.
Listen, do you think you could take the colloquium speaker to his next appointment for me?
I'm afraid I can't.
I guess I'll just ask Charlie.
Okay.
I should go.
Alrighty. See ya. Hey, Will? You tell me if something's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There.
That still doesn't make sense.
That's what the dude online said.
Man, this Griffiths guy is whack asking us to do this.
Hey guys.
What's up?
Yo. You done the quantum yet?
No, that's a tonight problem. Have either of you seen Dr. Bailey? He wasn't in his office when I checked.
Nope.
I'm sure you could catch him after the colloquium. Dude, what? It's just a spider. I'll kill it.
Don't kill it.
What?
It's just a spider. It's not its fault it's ugly. Is it now, sweetie?
It's getting away.
Imagine if it was just like a teeny tiny little baby. You wouldn't want to squash it.
I'd be more scared of teeny tiny little babies crawling all over me, making webs.
Pass me a cup. Okay, I'm just gonna slide it over here. Got it. Okay.
No, don't bring it near me.
Your window. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Go be free, little dude. Use your little legs. Bye. Things can't help their nature, but we can be understanding.
Well, it's in my nature to want spiders squished.
No, it's in your nature to run away from the itsy bitsy little spider.
What did spiders ever do to you?
Exist.
But spiders can be so cool. You just haven't spent enough time with them. Like, look at this peacock spider.
Please, no.
They're so cute.
It's pretty cute. Look at the colors.
No.
Okay, So have either of you thought about grad school?
Heck
Yeah.
no.
Well, I'm thinking about going to Arizona. I've even had the chance to email a couple professors there.
I just want a job where I can work with my hands.
You?
Not really. I mean, I haven't really thought about it. Aren't you scared?
Scared of what?
I mean, moving to Arizona. It's like a whole new country where it never snows. Imagine Christmas without snow. I'd miss my mom, Daddy, Morgan, Zorro, and what if Kyle doesn't like it? I'd be in a whole new department with 200 other grad students and 50 professors. It took me an entire year to learn your guys' names. And what if the professors are mean? And what if the grocery store doesn't sell the cat food that Kyle likes, and the library smells and doesn't have a copy of Pride and Prejudice? I'd be sad, and I don't like being sad.
Being sad sucks.
You don't have to go to a big school. There are a lot of schools that are smaller than ours, or just a tiny bit bigger. Columbia, Missouri only accepts like 10 grad students a year. And you can go to campus beforehand, talk to professors, see if they're mean, and you can always buy cat food on Amazon.
Hey, Amazon rocks.
I thought you thought Amazon was a capitalist plot or something.
Look, that one-day delivery, I mean, you can't beat that.
What happened to the hunter-gatherer lifestyle?
Okay, do you see bundles of toilet paper out in the wild for me to hunt and gather? It doesn't grow on trees.
Look, grad school doesn't have to be scary. Just tackle it like you would any other problem.
I wish I was as brave as you.
You are brave, dude. When we thought Dr. O'Connor was too harsh on our midterms, you went to his office to fight for a grade, and you even got us a point back.
Well, I was shaking the entire time and I almost cried.
I would have cried.
But you went, bro, and none of us did.
It's pizza time!
Do that every week, Dr. Young.
And every time there's pizza, it's pizza time. Where's Dr. McNeil? I'll go find him.
See?
See what?
The math.
I would call this creative writing before I called it anything resembling genuine mathematics.
Charlie?
Excuse me, Dr. McNeil's due for pizza with the undergrads.
Sounds good to me. Maybe they can teach him how to do math.
Not if you're their math teacher.
Okay. Dr. McNeil?
He's T-Bone, don't you know?
Right. Let's go.
Good day, Professor.
Wait. One thing I forgot to say. I don't like steak.
Sorry about Dr. O'Connor. He's kind of prickly like a porcupine.
It's okay. Like my theory's dumb and stubborn.
So, you like pizza?
Who doesn't? Let's go. It's pizza time.
That's what I'm saying.
Anytime there's pizza, it's pizza time.
Exactly.
So, do you have any advice for students who want to attend grad school?
Good question. You have to do what's best for you. Don't look at the school name. Remember the reason you got into physics in the first place. Research. Okay? So go and find the department that does what you want to do best and go there. The town, the people, doesn't matter. What matters is where the top is and getting there. Okay? It's like the jungle, right? And you have to take out your machete and ruthlessly cut through the foliage. And you can't let anyone, least of all your advisor, stand between you and your degree. Why did you all want to get into physics in the first place?
Get my hands dirty.
Go get stars.
Well, there you have it. You go where the professors have the dirtiest hands, and you go where they have the best telescopes. Simple as that. Ah, there's a spider on the table. You okay, miss? You look a little pale.
It's nothing.
Okay.
Man, that Dr. McNeil was ruthless.
Yeah. Makes me want to take a machete and slice Griffiths into pieces. I knew this textbook could be good for something, like kindling.
Wasn't he cool, Kelly?
I guess.
What did you think about his advice for grad school? I tried to ask for you.
I think he sounded Machiavellian. People have feelings. We're not machines. Even if we use them, people's feelings matter. It's not all about ways and means to an end. Who's the best physicist here?
Dr. O'Connor.
Would you want to work with him?
Not in a million billion years.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to work with Dr. O'Connor or Dr. McNeil. I love working with Dr. Bailey. We don't always talk about physics, but it's always fun. Dr. McNeil asked us why we majored in physics in the first place. I want to study physics because I want to have fun learning about the way things work, not to be the best.
If you like what you do, well, why not ask Dr. Bailey if he has any collaborators elsewhere who do the same thing you do? That way you can meet them beforehand and you wouldn't have to go in blind. And you also don't need to go to a big school. You can still learn anywhere that has a physics program.
You don't think he'll be offended that I don't want to go to a big school?
Why would he?
I just don't want to disappoint him.
He'll only be disappointed if you give up. He wants to help you achieve your dreams, and the only way he can do that is if you tell them what they are.
Yeah, as Dr. McNeil would say, you got into physics to have fun. So find where you have the most fun learning physics and go there.
Unbelievable. Can't believe I have to say, don't stick the liquid nitrogen up your nose. Oh? Colloquium time. Will didn't come to grab me. Dr. Bartlett.
Oh, CJ.
Mind if I sit here?
No, please do.
Oh, perfect.
We're just about ready to get started.
Oh, wonderful.
Glad you could make it. I thought you were going to be late.
Oh, I never missed this for the world. It's such a good talk.
I don't know if this guy's really.
Oh, wow. Really?
All right, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. It's my great pleasure to welcome all the way from New York City, NSF Young Researcher Grant award-winning theorist, Dr. Theodore McNeil.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, visiting your little college town really has me yearning for the simpler life. You know, like being a farmer. You know, once upon a time, I wanted to be a farmer. But then I got to the farm and I was like, wait, the cows aren't spherical. They're not in a vacuum. How do I even milk these things? So instead, I went to Columbia, and there, our cows are spherical. That's where meatballs come from. So today, what I'm going to be talking to you about is modeling critical alpha in super cool liquid helium phase transitions via emergent superstring phenomena, which I know sounds like a lot to wrap your head around, but shouldn't be too bad as long as you've taken freshman mathematics. So let's get into it. In conclusion, my methodology of superstrings leads to many emergent and physically relevant phenomena, including superstring coupling, a mechanism driving baryon asymmetry of the early universe. Additionally, applying these emergent phenomena to helium-4 predicts a critical alpha for superfluid transition that agrees with experiment up to 6 decimal places. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McNeil. I think we have time for a few questions.
I have a question.
The infamous Dr. Toby O'Connor. Tell me, does the I stand for idiot?
It's Isaac.
Is it Newton?
Yes, actually. My mother had a bit of a fixation, but that is beside the point.
Well, your mother must be very disappointed in you.
Do you know that when you use imaginary numbers, that doesn't mean you can just make the numbers up?
You know, just because you don't understand something doesn't mean that you can just call it made up. My field of mathematics is more complex than anything dreamed of in your philosophy. I guess that's why they call it complex analysis for a reason.
Gentlemen, let's see if the students have any questions.
Students are all smarter than this hack. They don't have any questions.
Is Dr. O'Connor going to punch this guy?
If he does, I'm filming it.
Someone should step in.
We do not, but if we did, I would tell Columbia to send you here so you can take the numerical reasoning and qualitative analysis.
You going to do something?
Let's give it a minute. I haven't had this much fun since disco died.
Now let me tell you something about that.
Please, let's save it for the professor dinner.
Take an old T-bone to a steakhouse?
Tell me, did you have a meter stick straighten out your intestines?
All right, gentlemen. This is a lecture hall, a place for learning, not a schoolyard. Dr. O'Connor, as head of this department, I suggest if you don't have anything significant to say, polite to our distinguished guests, you don't say anything at all. And Dr. McNeil, I don't know what flies in the East, but we are going to fly here with dignity and respect, especially in front of these students
who I invited specifically for your talk. Now, do the students have any questions? Ms. Curtis.
Well, I was wondering how you went from modeling the discretized structure of a cold helium atom to a continuous superstring fluid using the Kasner metric, which I thought was only for a matter-free universe.
That's an excellent question. And can I ask, are you on the market for grad schools?
No, not for you.
Well, to answer that question, let me direct you to slide 97.
Well, that was something.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Dr. J?
Oh, Kelly, what's up?
Have you seen Dr. Bailey? He's not here.
I haven't. I don't know where he is.
I really need to show him a graph that I made.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're looking for him.
Thank you.
Well, Ms. Curtis, that was a very well articulated question you asked.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling you're going to make Oakview very proud someday.
Thank you.
I notice a different book.
Yes.
Any less depressing?
No. I have to go catch my friends.
Have a good evening. What do you think? Dinner?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Okay, we're all ready. You two good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All we need is Will.
Let me go check for him. I'll be right back. Will, you didn't hear me knocking just now?
No.
You working on something?
Should be writing my paper. It needs to be written. It's not gonna write itself.
We missed you at the colloquium. You coming to dinner? Everyone's waiting for you.
I'm not hungry.
Your student, Kelly, she was looking for you.
Maybe she should find a new advisor, one who actually publishes.
Will, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Everything's going exactly the way it should be. How's your day been?
It's fine. I hosted a space day at Oak Springs Elementary. The kids loved it. There was liquid nitrogen ice cream with the Boys and Girls Club. They ate it up.
You ever think before you throw out this propaganda to children?
Excuse me?
You make these activities inherently designed to say, look, science is exciting, but you leave out the mundaneness of actually being a scientist. Some of these kids, maybe they'd be happier if they never became a scientist in the first place.
You don't mean that, Will. What's wrong?
I don't know what to do, CJ. I remember walking in halls like these. I see students walking through these halls. They have everything. Friends, the thrill of achievement, the knowledge that when they graduate and walk through these doors, they'll become someone else, something else. They have so much potential. Life is just waiting for them. Life is a wave function. You start out with so many possibilities, but then you live measuring the wave function, collapsing it, and all that's left is one ever possible outcome. It's up to the next generation to achieve your dreams.
You can't uncollapse the wave function.
It's basic thermodynamics. It all evolves into disarray. None of this is what I wanted. And I don't get how do people figure it out. I mean, look at today's guest speaker. He has it all. Tenure track position at Ivy League school, a wife, kids, a book deal. I mean, how did he figure it out? How did he have time to become a father?
You think because you don't have kids, your life has no meaning? It's not true. You've helped lots of people.
It's not that. Plenty of people can do what I do. As Dr. Bartlett is keen to remind me, I'm replaceable. But to fall in love, to find a place I belong, to have such an infutable impact that if I was gone, I'd be missed. To be more myself than I've ever been. That's what I want. To live happily ever after.
There's no such thing as a happily ever after. Life isn't a fairy tale. There's just the here and the now and what you make of it.
But life is not what you make of it. No matter how hard you try, every physicist has that moment when they realize they're not going to be the next Einstein, no matter how brilliant they are. They're not that brilliant. So what do? They go to grad school, defend their thesis, get a job, fade to obscurity, to be forgotten. Some people, they actually love what they do. The little girl who just loved shiny stones and became a geologist, or the boy who loved animals and became a vet. Still, passion is what they're meant to do. You know where the word passion comes from?
From Latin, passio. Means to willingly suffer for what one loves. Passion of Christ and all that.
The thing is, there's nothing I'm passionate for. I suffer, but I get no joy from any of this. Oh, well, I've always put my work first. And look what that's gotten me. Nothing.
That's not true. You have us, your friends, your students. You never put your work first. It's always us first. Maybe somewhere down the line you convince yourself that you wouldn't become the next Einstein, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't help other people achieve their own potential. Maybe you think that in helping others achieve their dreams, they'll remember you. You'll hold a special place in their hearts as the one to help them get to where they are.
I don't want to waste my time. When I was in undergrad, I won this huge scholarship. It was a big deal. So the department chair, he took me out to dinner with the professor and wife that the scholarship was named for. This guy was ancient. I asked him, what did he do? Tried to talk to him about his research, and you know how he responded?
Mm-hmm.
He shouted, boring, boring, expelling every last atom of oxygen out of his lungs. He had no pride in anything he had achieved. He had no interest in talking about anything he ever worked at. He was basically ashamed. I don't want that. I don't want to become that.
I guess none of us know what we'll think about our work when we're 80. But you shouldn't live for your obituary. If you really want to get that paper done, get it done. If it doesn't matter to you, then don't. But right now, you're wasting away. You think there's no love in your life, that there's no one around you who loves you and cares for you, but you do. You do have people in your life who care for you and love you. Our lives wouldn't be the same without you. Mine wouldn't. I just wish you could see that.
I want to matter.
You do matter. You matter to us. Why can't that be enough?
I don't know.
Please, come to dinner with us. You shouldn't be alone right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Ted, I hope you enjoyed your visit.
I did. It was nice. And look, I know Dorothy asked you to invite me here so that I consider moving out here, but I don't think I can live in a place like this. So if there was any kind of offer on the table, no need.
I'll convey my disappointment to Dorothy myself.
Thank you.
Give my love to the kids.
Will do.
Charlie here can take you to the train station.
Oh, no, that's not necessary. I made arrangements on my own, but it was great to meet you, old sport. Dr. Dan.
Ted, thank you.
Of course. Hey, is there any way I can keep one of these?
By all means, that's what they're here for.
Perfect. I'll see you guys later. Ah, dang it.
What?
Dr. Toby Idiot O'Connor was right. There was a typo in my PDF. Let's have one of my grad students write that section. Anyway, bid you both adieu.
We'll see you, Ted.
Toby was right.
He usually is. Problem is, he can't politely express himself to anyone. Granted, when you're talking to a skunk's rear end, it's a little hard to have a civil conversation. I wouldn't offer that man a position if he was the last living vertebrate on Earth.
I thought you were about to offer him a spot.
That was a favor only to Dorothy. I don't know what that woman sees in him, never have and never will. I invited him because I thought it would be good for Will to meet him. But that is between him and me.
Can I come in?
Dr. Bartlett, yes, have a seat.
I see you posted something in the archive this morning.
I did. I submitted the paper to Physical Review B, and I started typing up another one this morning. I had some thoughts I needed to collect.
Excellent.
I know that I don't write as quickly as Dr. McNeil, but if you keep me around, I will do my best.
Will, I was never going to offer him a job.
You told Charlie that you were.
I told Charlie that so that he would accidentally tell you.
Why?
Well, there were these turbo fishermen in Iceland. Turbo is a fish known for its lean and tasty meat. The fishermen noticed that when they transported their catch to the American and European markets, the fish got sluggish and fat in their tanks. So they decided to put a barracuda in each tank. So in order to survive, the turbo had to swim and be active. Now, a couple maybe would perish, but for the ones that made it, they were as lean and tasty as ever. Don't get sluggish on me, Will.
I'll stay lean, Soa.
Thank you.
So, anything else? CJ told me that Kelly was looking for me yesterday, so I emailed her and she should be stopping by at any moment.
Nope, we're done. That's all. Thanks.
Okay.
Dr. Bailey?
Kelly, come in. CJ told me you had a graph you wanted to show me?
I do. So I tried graphing the fluorescence intensity of the NV nanodiamond structure versus frequency using the strong Zeeman effect. And I overlaid it with the Monte Carlo simulation. And look, they align perfectly with the experimental results we wanted to produce.
This is fantastic. In fact, I think this has a making for a paper.
Really?
Really? I actually started writing an introduction this morning.
That would be so cool. And before we're done, do you think I could ask you some questions about grad school?
Absolutely. Oh, CJ also mentioned to me the question you asked Dr. McNeil at colloquium yesterday. It was a fantastic point. Dr. O'Connor could not have made it better himself.
Thank you.
So, you ready to discover the future?
Yeah.